Probably be a good business for somebody to invest in the city, is it?
Exactly. It will be a great business for somebody to invest in to buy sports equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, like right now, I went to Myers, for instance, um, and I got some gloves for $24.
Okay.
So I estimated the equipment to be $55 for each student,
Mm.
which is gloves, hand wraps, and jump rope. So when I went there, I went to Myers in 8 Mile in Woodward,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a crapshoot. So I was kind of praying, okay, hopefully it's there. They had some 10-ounce gloves because they're young. They like 8 and 7.
Okay.
They had some 10-ounce gloves for $24.95.
That's a good price.
Good price to me.
Okay.
And then what I did, they have jump ropes there, but sometimes they don't. But I went to this place called Five Below,
Mm-hmm.
and they got everything 5 and under.
Yeah, yeah.
And they had jump ropes for $5. So I was able to get them 2 jump ropes. Actually, I went and bought a dozen because if they $5, I could sell them for $10 here.
Oh, okay.
So instead of waiting on Dunhams and all that, I try to have supplies back there for them to purchase, or I purchase them to myself instead of waiting on them to go purchase some equipment. So and then I went to, so right now the hand wraps, no one sells hand wraps, and I didn't have the time to go to Dunham's, which is Livonia, Farmington Hills, or whatever. So I didn't have the time to go to get the hand wraps. Now I could have ordered them online, but I don't have the Amazon Prime when they come the next day. So if I order them, they'll come maybe 2 days later or something like that. And I could order them, and I always tell my parents to order them online. But a lot of times the parents, they don't take the time to order them. So if the child come in there, they don't have the equipment. Well, my mom says she's gonna get my equipment.
They can't participate if they don't have.
Right.
equipment, can
And
they?
then but I don't like to not have them in the program.
Yeah.
So I say, okay, you have to do some push-ups or sit-ups, or you have to do
Okay.
sweeping and mopping to do, you gotta do some labor because you don't have your equipment. And
That's child labor, you know.
I don't care, you should have your equipment. The bottom line is you have your equipment, or you punished for not having your equipment.
Okay.
And your parents should be on their job and make sure you get your equipment. So, and then you also, if you want to spar, it's $70 to have a license to spar and compete. So if your son or child is boxing, you might as well have them compete. Everybody got it. We can do pad works for so long. We can do heavy bag for so long. We can do speed bag for so long. But you have to get in that ring and actually box, at least for 3 minutes, to get a taste of boxing. Because people, like I said, I've been with people, they beautiful on the pads, they beautiful on the heavy bag, they beautiful on the speed bag, but then they get in the ring, they lose everything you trained them on. And they start windmilling and all kind of stuff. They get hit with the right hand, like, oh! And there's 3 things you don't want to get in that ring: scared, tired, and angry, because you don't think. So that's a part of the training. So everybody has to get, even when it comes to mouthpieces, I got to make sure I got mouthpieces because they got to buy mouthpieces to get in the ring. So you have to have headgear. I put Vaseline on your face so the punches will slip off, so they won't make because the punch, if you don't put Vaseline, it'll make a cut, especially around here. When you hit somebody, it'll cut.
Oh.
So that's when you see boxers cut around the eyes and all that, because when you punch somebody, if they don't have enough Vaseline or whatever for the punch to slip off. First of all, you shouldn't be getting hit, but if it hits you, it slips off, it doesn't make a cut. So you do headgear, Vaseline, mouthpiece, which is up and down with a little slit in the middle. You bite down on it. That's the part of the equipment. Then you the girls have a breastplate, which is like a padding. It's like a groin protector, but it's a breastplate to protect their breasts. Then we have a groin protector, which is for girls and boys. And then you have 16-ounce gloves. That's what you spar in. And a lot of times you'll go to a gym and you'll see people without, they'll be like, oh, well, we don't have a cup. They out there boxing without a cup. And I tell my students and my parents, if you ever go somewhere else and they don't have prepared like that, don't have your child box because they're not serious. Exactly. So a lot of times they'll come over here and everybody think they're the foremost authority on boxing. So they get their students to get in there. And I have my students equipped. I said, man, You can't box without no cup. Oh man, it's all right. I said, you know what? No. You can't box without a cup. Well, I didn't bring one. You got one? No, I got cups. You call yourself a trainer, you should have groin protectors. And since you don't have them, get out the ring. I'm not loaning you my groin protector.
That's personal.
But yeah, it's personal. We clean them a lot. We clean our equipment a lot. But the point is, if you call yourself a trainer, you should have your equipment.
Well, how you gonna train somebody and you're not doing it right yourself?
Exactly. That means you're not a good trainer.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not gonna spar with you. And matter of fact, you can leave if you don't like it. You can leave. Because number one, my job is to make sure the students don't get hurt, and to make sure they make sure they win. In and out the ring, you gotta be champion in and out the ring. The way you conduct yourself in the ring, and the way you conduct yourself out the ring, because you can lose on each end. Because just because you know how to use these hands, it's not a point to always use them. Because if a person found out you boxing, they try to try you. Or like my daughter, guys we used to mess with her. She got kicked out of school a couple of times because she hit a guy in the nose, busted his nose, but he was trying to touch on her. Another guy, she uppercutted. So I was like, look, they was like, well, I heard you box. Yeah, she boxed, but you should have heard that. Don't mess with my daughter. Don't mess with her. Don't leave her alone. But I said, the next time you get in trouble, tell them to call your dad. And I'm gonna come up there like, what's up? You know, you just go to the office and say, call my dad. Young lady, you need to go back to class. No, call my dad. I'm not moving till you call my dad. You gotta call me anyway. Call my dad. And I come up there and I represented her and whatever was going on in there. But like the customer service, I went to the grocery store, right? And I went to buy a pineapple. Of course, the price wasn't on there. So I asked the guy, what's the price? He said $4.99.
That irritates me.
Yeah, and it's small. It was kind of small, but I said, okay. I bought some oranges. They were like $3.99. No, excuse me, I bought apples, $3.99, and I bought some oranges, $3.99. I was making sure I get the right one, because sometimes you'll have stuff in the wrong spot. And then you get up to the register, you're like, wait a minute, that ain't what I seen. Then they look at you like, well, whatever. And then a lot of people be like, well, it's already on my register. I'm going to go on and pay for it. No, not me. You can have that. Because if I come into the store, we in this thing now where people don't say nothing to you. And I need some help. I don't know what's going on. I mean, the lady told me I was supposed to take the grapes, because when she priced the bag, she priced the bag at $4.99, but it said $3.99 a pound. She said, well, you're supposed to take them out, put them in a sandwich bag, and then weigh them. I didn't know that. Why I gotta do all that? I didn't know that. Nobody says nothing to me. Y'all walking around stocking the store. Right, but you stocking the store, but I don't know how to do it. So I said, she was like, well, that's how we do at the grocery store. Oh. I said, I don't want the grapes. Now she got mad and went over to the register. And went over to the people, talked to the people. And I'm like, if it get too thick, I'm just gonna say, you know what? You can keep all this. Because I'm the customer. When I'm the customer, I'm the boss. Yes, I'm the boss. I can conduct myself a certain way, but I'm the boss. If I'm spending my money with you, you're supposed to treat me like a king. Because if you set a business up, you got your storefront and everything. The only reason you in business is for a customer to come through the door. So when a customer comes through the door, you got to be like, hello, how you doing? They don't know your inventory. If you walk through that door right now, you don't know how if you've never been in here, you don't know how many computers in this room. So I got to let you know this is how many computers in the room, which one would you like to use? That's customer service. And in our community, the urban community, and amongst blacks, I'm going to say it, people feel that we're not worthy of customer service. And first of all, I don't mean no disrespect to people who use bridge cards or whatever. I'm spending cash money.
I had one.
But I'm spending cash money. I work for mine. It's not a government issue card or whatever. I work for my money. And I don't, like I tell people, I love making money. I hate to spend it. I'd rather invest it. But if you show me a reason to not, I'm not going to spend it. I'm not going to be like they did back in the day when they sit at the lunch counter and people beating you down or whatever for you to spend your money. That right there was a bamboozlement. because they wanted us to look at that as this is how you're supposed to spend your money. That's not, they brainwashed us with that. I'm not gonna sit at the lunch counter and you mistreat me. I'm not. Oh, you don't want my money? No problem. You can call me any name, whatever, and otherwise I walk out that door. But I'm keeping my money in my pocket. I'm not giving it to you. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna spend money with you if you disrespect me. And a lot of businesses, they do that to us. I mean, then they use our own people to have attitudes, and they don't smile, they don't do, I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like this. Even my daughter, when it comes to, I had to teach her. I don't believe in that self-serve thing. When I walk out, I gotta check myself out.
Somebody out of a job.
I put somebody out of a job, number one.
I do not go through that.
I don't like that. But then, it's also, if I work for my money, I come in a store, no one talks to me. No one tries to sell
No
me.
greeters. They don't have greeters
Right.
anymore, do they?
No one have greeters anymore. Not in the urban community. In the urban community, they don't feel you.
That was important.
They don't feel you're worthy to be greeted. You go to Myers on 8 Mile, they don't feel that you're worthy to be greeted. I'm not studying.
You're right, because somebody still have greeters.
Exactly. I studied Walmart. I've studied Myers. I've studied these businesses. And they started off with a greeter. Walmart they used to hire senior citizens.
Seniors who retired.
Exactly, exactly. And they have them have a sales slip. I don't know what's in your store. I don't know your sales. They greet you with a smile and they hand you the sales slip. So now first of all, you treat it with some respect. So now you read the sales slip. You're, oh, I didn't know they had that deal going on.
Yeah.
And that's how they make money. But they figure nowadays, you're not worthy of somebody who's talking to you. Or they may have a security and police there and really disrespect you. And then you go into the store, you walking around, no one says nothing to you. And when I was working in sales, I was working at Tom McCann way back in the day to learn sales. And the lady told me, when you're stocking the shelves, you stop when a customer comes in the store and you sell to that customer. You don't continue stocking when money comes through the door. You sell that customer. When I was working at an art store, and we had Rembrandts over here, and we had what's his name? We had Monets over there, for lack of a better phrase, and we had Van Goghs right there. I learned from him. It's called commotion is the best promotion. Commotion is best promotion. Say if no one's coming in your store, right? What you do is, and it's foolproof. You take the Rembrandts off the wall and you move them over to where the Monets. So while you moving them, and halfway through the process, customers start coming to the store. It's foolproof. It always like that. Like if I don't have nobody come in the boxing room, what I do is I empty the box and I start organizing. Next you know, people coming to the door. It's called commotion is the best promotion. Just like right now, if I just start moving, start organizing them books over there, people start walking in here. It's called commotion is the best promotion. So what I learned that from him. But as you in the process of doing it, if a customer comes to the store, you stop what you're doing and you sell the customer. You don't just continue to do it and expect them to say, excuse me, I'm interested in. No. If they set one toe in that door, you say, how can I help you? What are you looking for today? I've had people come in that art store and they work for like AT&T back in the day. And they coming in there with a blank check. I didn't know it at first, but I'm selling them. But they come in there with a blank check. Look, I need art for the 3rd floor and the 4th floor. This lady bought at least 50 prints because they needed it for the floor, for the whole floor.
Yeah,
And the whole floor, you don't know who you talking to.
that's right.
One time I was working at a leather store when I was young. I was like maybe 20. and this this black man came in the store. I was kind of racist back in the day because I didn't think black people had no money. So he walked in the door. So how you do? First of all, I'm selling him, right? I had to learn how to curb my sales. I'm talking to him about sales, right? And he says, and I kept mentioning layaway. Well, you know, sir, you can have this coat or whatever, and you can also put it in layaway. Then he go over there, look at another, oh, you can also put it in layaway. He said, wait a minute, man, why you keep talking to me about layaway? I was like, what? He said, let me tell you something, young man. I own 3 cleaners. He said, I can afford every piece of, as a matter of fact, I can afford every piece of leather in the store, including the cleaning products you're trying to sell me. He say, let me tell you something, young man, never underestimate a person's spending. You never know who you're talking to. If a person come in the store, you treat them like a millionaire. I don't care what they look like. When they come through the store, you treat them like a millionaire.
Yeah.
And you sell them. And I'm standing there like, wow. And he said, you know what? I want all 4 leathers you talked about. I want all the cleaning supplies you have with them, and wrap them up for me. And he had me his card. He said, I just want to let you know. You don't know who you're talking to.
True. And you know what? The girl that I know, she was a interior decorator for Macy's.
Right.
And she said, if people come in all dressed up, they assume they got a lot of money. But she
Right.
said, a customer is a customer to her, because she's there to make money.
Exactly.
She said a man came in filthy, looked like he had been rolling in mud all day long and doing construction.
Right.
Employees scattered, they didn't wanna wait on him.
Exactly.
And she found out that he said his wife was gonna divorce him if he didn't get over there and get an interior decorator to do this new house they had just built.
Mm-hmm.
And she made all kinds of sales on him. So see, people were judging him by the way he was.
Exactly. And people
That
judge.
man had so much money.
Right.
Whatever his wife wanted, they didn't even look at the prices, give it to him.
Because he was busy working and handling his business.
That's right, and he said he didn't have time to go home and shower,
Right.
you know, and go with it.
Exactly. He was spending.
See, people were judging.
Right.
You come in there, people judging. Sometimes them folks all dressed up in mix and stuff might not have a dollar.
Exactly. You don't know who you're talking to, but you treat everybody as if they're a millionaire.
Mhm.
Yeah, and you
She
talk to
always
them.
did that. I mean, a customer is a customer.
Customer's a customer. If you blessed enough, like I said, you set the business up. You sitting there waiting on the customer to come to the door. You're blessed enough that somebody choose your business, and you should treat them as a blessing.
And I'm surprised that Macy's, well, maybe they didn't know what was going on, the owners of Macy's, to let those employees treat customers like that.
Right. Yeah, that makes your downfall.
Poor customer service.
That makes your downfall, because customer, like I tell in my youth financial literacy class, because we talk about business, customer service is the absolute #1 thing about your business. The way you answer the phone,
Customer service is very, very valuable.
very valuable.
And nowadays, it seems like nobody gives you customer service.
No,
It's
'cause
just
everybody-
gone now,
Yeah,
and you might spend half a day on the phone trying to take care of some business,
exactly,
you know?
exactly.
And I like it, if I call and they're extremely busy, take my number and call me back.
Mhm.
I don't wanna sit there and hold my phone,
Even-
sometimes they might say your wait is 45 minutes.
Right. Even the greatest business, excuse me, not one of the greatest businesses I've heard of was AAA, and they slacking now. But they used to have they answer the phone, they make sure you're taken care of, but they slacking now. You know, it's like you gotta wait so long for you to get some customer service. Just like with my program right here when it comes to boxing, they put a cap on my program at 30 people. Now, I don't know why they did that. Maybe other gyms is not doing my numbers.
Can your facilities accommodate more than 30 people?
I've had 62 at one time.
That's not too many?
No. Because what happens,
Did you ask them why they capped it, or?
I didn't ask them right now because I don't feel like, because I'm waiting to, when I build it up, I'm gonna say, okay, I already got 30. but I'm still bringing in people right now. And let them know, but
Okay,
see,
so
I've
if
already,
they're saying your limit is 30 and you're going beyond 30, that's gonna be a problem.
but it's gonna, but see,
Unless you sit down and talk to them, why are we stopping at 30?
but see, if I'm running a program, you're a program director, you sit in your pretty office,
Mm-hmm.
you set the limits at 30, and you didn't talk to me. You didn't talk to me. It's not, I feel it's not my job to talk to you, especially when I'm doing high numbers over the summer. I'm doing high numbers.
Beyond 30, it's gonna be a problem.
Okay, but if it's a problem, that means you actually gonna get off your desk and you'll come talk to me now.
Oh, okay.
See, now you're gonna come talk to me. You didn't respect me enough to talk to me at first. So now you're gonna come talk to me like, excuse me, oh, what we talking about? You seen, if you counting, you seen I did 62 at first during the summer, and I handled it. So why are you giving me a limit? Because you're giving a limit to water aerobics, you give a limit to swim lessons. My program don't have limits, but you figure you're gonna get some limits. So instead of coming to talk to you, I'm just gonna do it anyway. Then when you come talk to me, oh, now we communicating. You have to, I'm not like these other programs. If I got 100 students, I got 100 students. I just put them in the gym, and I have 100 people going, 1, 2.
But I would think each program would be treated as a separate program,
Right.
and each program can be different.
And that's how it used to be, but now you wanna, even though you seen I did them numbers, but you don't, but I'm like this, communications are very important. I shouldn't have to come to you and ask you why. You're supposed to come to me and say, look, this is why we limited you.
Well, actually, it's easier on you if you have 30 instead of 60 anyway.
But see, but that's just the point. I love what I do.
Okay.
This is what I do. I don't have a job. See, here we go. One thing I try to tell people, if you only have one life. Life is too precious and time is too precious. Why have a job that you absolutely don't love going to? You got so many people that like to call in. You got so many people that like to say, oh man, I can't wait to vacation. Why? If you don't love what you do, why do it? You just do it because of what? The pennies, the money? But if you don't love what you do,
it because of the money.
but you are stressing because you really don't want to do it. Now you're stressing.
And then a lot of people can't find what they're interested in.
Because they're not taking the time to sit down and say, what do I love to do? And how can I monetize it? Financial literacy,
And
right?
some people, they don't have interest.
Okay, well,
They know they need a job to work.
well, you need a job, but that's what I'm saying, it's a mentality. You need a job, but why not do something you love to do?
Oh, that
And if
would be
you
better.
can't get a job doing it,
But I bet you the majority of people that work jobs don't enjoy their job.
that's what I'm saying. So, and that's why we got people, big pharma, that make drugs for depression, that make drugs for anxiety, that make drugs for all this stuff, because you don't want to be there. If you don't want to be there, why? You could be an entrepreneur, doing something you love to do. And like what I do, I love educating, period. But I love educating youth. It's not work for me. I volunteered 10 years. I volunteered 10 years. And people used to be talking about me, and I tell people, look, leave that alone. That's a spiritual thing with me. I used to be working like cutting down trees.
That's a personal decision.
But see, but people, they don't
It's
understand.
not really other people's business.
They don't understand volunteering. They don't understand it. They look at it like, oh man, that ain't about nothing. Hey, how you doing?
Good. Is this a computer class?
It's financial literacy class, man.
Oh, that's what it is?
Yes,
Oh, okay. Okay.
yes. Here you go. This is our information right here. And if you want to sit in, you're welcome to sit in.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Right now we're talking about doing what you love.
What, shop?
Period. No. You can get paid to shop. If that's what you love to do, somebody may say, like right now, could you buy this for me, go shop for me, and put some little something on it
But
for
you
yourself?
get a lot of emails and people get paid for that.
Exactly, get
Go
paid to
different
shop.
Stores and shop and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I don't have to see it unless you got something else to do.
Yeah, I'm about to go. What time this class starts?
It's right on there. You can take at least 20 minutes. You got 20 minutes out your time. Like I say, you like to shop, we can show you how to monetize it. You like to shop, hey. Because when you shop in Detroit, it's like a lot of people don't have the time to. That's why people make money off of Uber Eats
Okay.
and things like that. So we'll talk about it whenever you're ready.
All right.
The people, it's
I'm trying to think what they call that. I get emails on it all the time.
right,
And what you do, they'll give you an assignment, say maybe like, they might send me to Myers
right,
and purchase some things and see how they customer service and stuff. is going.
Exactly.
And then you send them a report.
exactly.
And you get paid. I forget what
Yeah.
that's called.
And that's called actually
'Cause they used to have-
business critics.
They used to know that, this is called something different, because they used to have a class on that.
Right.
And when, was it at Wayne County or was it here?
But you can get paid doing what you love. And like my daughter convinced me to get on the payroll. She say,
You
Daddy,
volunteered for 10 years.
yeah. I mean, I was here in '08 and I was just doing it, first of all, because my daughter was here.
Oh,
I
okay.
wanted to be here when she left school,
Okay, so
and
you
I
were
was
here anyway.
I was here anyway.
Yeah.
And then I guess they thought I was going to quit when she went to college. I was still here, so I was doing my thing, still here.
What were you teaching? when you
I was
first
teaching
started?
boxing
Your boxing.
as well as other things. You know, I was teaching boxing. I was just teaching life skills to them. And first of all, y'all not paying payroll. You're not paying health insurance. So you getting over. I get my boxing license. So if something happens to me while I'm training, I'm insured through USA
Oh, yeah,
Boxing.
yeah. They
So-
don't require
so-
that?
Huh?
They don't require
No. That's actually a requirement if you're gonna.
Yeah.
They didn't emphasize it, but I'm like, I need to get my license to train because when you at an event, you can't work the corner with your fighter unless you licensed.
Oh.
So that means if your fighter fight, you have to sit out in the audience while somebody else work the corner. So you have to have a license to work the corner as well as insurance in case something happens
Is
to you.
it difficult to get a license for that?
No, it's like you have to go through, they do a background check to make sure, first of all, that you're not a sex offender. That you also have been involved in any felonies or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And you pay $125,
Okay.
because it's like $80, and it's another $35 for the background
Okay,
check.
okay.
And then once that goes through, you get your license, boom.
Oh, okay, so that's.
And then we also got a thing called Safe Sport. Because you got so many coaches out here who like to curse at children and browbeat the children, thinking that's gonna tough them up.
Yeah.
And if you go on that football field, that's what you see. Like in my program, we don't do profanity, period. So I'm not cursing at the students. All I'm doing is encouraging. Now I may want excellence from you, excuse me, I may want greatness from you. I may push you hard for greatness, but I'm not gonna browbeat you, I'm not gonna curse at you. I'm gonna see what you about. Say a lot of times students come here and they can't jump rope at all, never jump rope at all. So we start them off with bringing the rope around, let it hit the ground, then you jump over it. We slowly bring them into what they need to be. I got some students that are autistic, so I work with them as well. But it's training for me as well as working with them because I don't want to turn down no one. I had a student come in there with missing the whole arm, missing the whole hand, missing the whole hand. But see, this is God, because I looked it up on the internet, and there was a pro football player playing with one hand.
Football player.
Yes, look it up when you got some time. Pro football player playing with one hand. So I had him watch the movie because he was feeling a little self-esteem about it or whatever. And then we found a way to, put the gloves on his hand. All he do is just work with this hand, but he could use this hand for defense. But there's no reason why you can't participate in the program. My best friend, one of my best friends, he was born with one finger on each hand. He was also born with one toe on each foot. But he's married, has children. He writes better than me. Take that. He cooks. His name is, and he promotes it. I'm Tony Two Fingers. He let everybody know. Now his first daughter was born with the same predicament. I'm not gonna say handicap. But because he could live his life that way, she said she can live her life that way. The second son was born normal. The son after that was born with the predicament. And seeing their father go through it, because his mom, like Ray Charles, his mom was like, no, you gonna be somebody. Don't let that affliction, whatever, stop you from being who you are. And when I met him, he's like my spiritual. We speak on the word together. We study the word together. And he's very motivational when it comes to me, because I got 10 fingers.
What does he do for a living?
Right now, he drives for Lincoln. He drives for Lincoln. He drives cars for the dealership. But he also, like I said, his wife used to work with my wife when she was living. She's in logistics. What she does, she moves products through trucking, boats, and stuff like that around the country. They also really involved in the word, the rightly divided word. So whenever I'm talking to him, he's always in a good mood. You know, he used to rap when he was younger. So we was at a restaurant one day. He's very humble. We had a Coney Island one time, and he was saying how he raps. He was, oh man, you ain't no rapper. So he put up a video of him on our City Hall show rapping. It was so funny. Because you look at people's face like, hello, what you got to say now? You underestimate him, you see what I'm saying? He was holding the microphone, one hand was rapping. He was with this group called the DBGs. And they were real friends with MC Hammer and all that. But he's very humble, and he's one of my best friends. But when I look at my fingers and I see him functioning, I'm like, just like his children. So, I mean, exactly. So I got, in the future I can show you his Facebook page. He's always standing like this, like I'm not trying to be, and he cooks really good. He's a really good cook. He's a really good driver.
How to manipulate.
Yeah, it's like this finger here. He learns how.
He uses the nub.
He uses enough. He writes. You know, if you didn't.
So he does everything.
He does everything. He doesn't make any excuse. No excuse. And he doesn't let his children.
He would be a good person to work around kids who have things like that going on.
Right.
And feeling bad.
Exactly.
They see what this man can do, and they can do it too.
Exactly. So I told him to come.
He'd be a great motivational speaker.
Oh man, he's I mean, just sitting here watching him talk. I didn't know that Martin Luther King had more speeches other than I Have a Dream until my mid-40s, because he introduced me to the speeches. He got speeches like the Drum Major Instinct. He had another speech called Why Jesus Called a Man a Fool, or We're Coming for Our Check. These are different speeches that I had never heard before. And he introduced me to him. I'm like, wow. Now, like I said, I was in my mid-40s.
Did you see where his son passed the other day?
Yeah, his son passed from prostate cancer. Well, he was, Dexter.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, he was 62, so he got different family members. But that's people know to go get a checkup. Go get a checkup. Huh?
You don't think he was following up?
He probably was, but he probably caught it late or something like that, But it's just, your health is your wealth.
Yeah.
Your health is your wealth. I mean, that's why I roller skate every Friday and I love it. I just love roller skate because it makes me feel good. But I got friends that don't do anything. Man, I'm not going roller skating. I'm gonna sit around and do nothing.
I mean, there's so much you can do.
Yeah,
That's like at rec center.
exactly. But a lot of people don't utilize the rec center.
Oh, I know that.
They figure it's beneath them. It ain't Planet Fitness. It's not.
Well, go to Planet Fitness. They for $10 a month.
No. Actually, they charge you $25 a month when you get that black card. And another
You get
thing.
a regular card at Planet Fitness is $10 a month.
But you can't. You better have a bank account.
You better what?
Have a bank account. They take the money out your bank account every month. See, their gimmick is, we hope you don't show up, because we still gonna take that money out your account every month.
Oh, yeah.
Now we don't do it here. And like people come in,
Most people are going for free.
right. The seniors coming in for free or whatever. And let's face it, if you paying, say if you a teenager, your parents are paying $10 for the year. You might as well be free.
I mean, seriously,
You might as well be free.
what's $10?
But you got people that come to that door and want to argue about their membership. And I'm like, when I'm working that door, I'm like, excuse me, I need you to pay a membership. Oh, they don't have their membership right now. Why not? Well, I don't have the money. Okay, we need to go get the money.
$10.
A lot of people make excuses for not paying $10. Then you got what? You got
You can't beat $10.
for 365 days. Or I know sometimes we close on Sunday, sometimes we close on holidays. But come on,
Well,
yeah. And then you got swimming. You got now the weight room. Look at the weight room is $30 for 6 months, not $30 a month. And you got state of the art equipment in there. But I know it's not. You know how we do. It's not Planet Fitness. It's not
I
Powerhouse.
went on Saturday to Northwest Activity Center
Mm-hmm.
to their open house. I used to go there years ago. But I guess they have a lot more room than they have here, and they got it upstairs.
Right.
It was a nice program. But a lot of people that have businesses come in there, and I guess they rent space.
Right.
And for some of those classes, they might charge you $15 a class.
Mhm.
Then they have a regular program like we
Well.
do here through City of Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
But I was amazed at what some of the lovely underemployed people are paying for a class.
See, sometimes the Northwest Activity Center is public and then it's private.
Yeah, yeah.
They
yeah.
fluctuate, you know.
Well, now they have both. Like they have a program, a printed program just like we do here
Right.
through City of Detroit, where it's free for seniors, $10 for other people.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of those vendors, they don't come under that program.
Right.
$15 a class?
Right. Depends on what they teach. What they teaching.
Well, they're teaching different things. Some of them might have a dance studio,
Right.
something like that. But $15 a
Like
class?
Fast Freddy charges $5
Mhm.
to do the hustle and all that. You know. I mean, oh, you talking
Yeah, but
about
some
$5?
places, people don't pay that.
Exactly.
Institutions.
And I'm gonna be just straight up. When people get stuff for free or for a cheaper price, they don't treat it as well. First, let's just like right now, boxing is $25 a month
A month?
for 4 weeks.
Okay.
Now you got private gyms that charge $200
I
for
believe
4
it.
weeks. Like I tell people, they don't have a pool. They barely have a track outside.
Mhm.
They running down Puritan and around Livernois. I've seen them. But when you make them pay $200 a month, that makes them serious. They buy the equipment, boom, boom, boom. But if you tell somebody free or a real cheap price,
Well, you know
They
what,
figure-
probably a lot of people that come here and take advantage of the classes, a lot of them feel like they're paying property tax, they're paying all kinds of taxes in the city.
right? But you may be paying taxes, but the city is still offering you a program. And even if you paying taxes,
How
How you doing?
hello, how you doing?
Hi. You teaching this class?
Yes, I am. Financial literacy. Here you go.
What class is this?
It's financial literacy. Yep. But even though you're paying taxes or whatever, people still figure it's not important. You
What's
know,
not important?
the programs that go on here.
What day is this?
It should be on there.
On Monday and Friday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't. Just like I said with boxing, I gotta be on the parents.
You said Monday and Friday?
It's written on there.
Tuesday and
No, it's
Thursday.
Tuesday and Thursday.
Yeah.
She just looked at the Monday and Friday.
Oh, okay.
That's for youth. But Tuesday and Thursday, that's why I give it to people to read. But you have people come in here for a whole 2 weeks and never get gloves, never get hand wraps, never get
Well,
jump ropes.
Do you have okay, when you take in new students, the older students, they should already have their equipment, they're taken care of, they can use it on the next.
No, people don't have equipment. Just like you got guys out here.
What I'm saying,
Go ahead.
how many classes do you let them come to without equipment? Is there?
I used to
a day
let-
You need to have your equipment by,
I used to let them come in 1 week. They can use our equipment.
okay,
The second week, they have to have their own equipment.
okay.
And I talk to them about group economics. I say you got more than a mother, You got more than a father. You got aunties, uncles, cousins, grandparents, godparents. Make these people earn them titles. Because I had to raise my daughter myself. And I'm still earning my title as a father. You have to earn, you just don't be a grandmother. You have to earn that title as a grandmother. Because everybody could be a deadbeat. It's not just a deadbeat dad or a deadbeat mom. It could be a deadbeat grandmother. It could be a deadbeat cousin. It could be a deadbeat auntie. If they see you trying to do something positive, you're supposed to talk to them. Because what I'm trying to teach the students basically is all these resources around you. A lot of people don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So you have to let them know.
You gotta open up your mouth.
You gotta open up
But
your
you know
mouth.
what? But I would think when a parent signs their child up for boxing, they should know right then what's required.
I give them a sheet.
And some of them still don't get the equipment.
First of all, they don't read it. Just like, I don't mean to disrespect, just like when I handed it to her, first thing she did, look at the top of it. But they don't read it. They'll come in there, we'll be talking, right? Well, what equipment they need? I said, it's on the sheet. I typed it out myself. It's on the sheet. What you
Do
need.
you have like an orientation meeting for the kids that are interested in signing up?
Well, they sign up. See, what happened, the center, here we go again with the lack of communication. They'll sign people up or they'll sign up online. I always tell them to have them come talk to me first.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, they come in the program and they signed up already.
Oh.
So I'm like, okay, but then I walk over.
That's the problem.
No, because I know I walk over, grab the piece of paper. This is what you need to read. This is the program right here. I always have a sheet for them to read. This is the program right here. If you got any questions, let me know. And my phone number's on there,
Yeah.
a YouTube page so you can see what we do. All information is on there.
Yeah.
Now, and then it's also at the bottom, it's a parent meeting every Saturday at 1 o'clock. And it's also a signature that you signed it and read it. And I expect it back. That you read it. Now you can make a copy of it or whatever, but I need you to sign it that you read it. So there's gonna be no discrepancies. But it's funny that when I mention the parent meeting, everybody always got something to do. Oh, I don't know if I can make it. So I'm like, I asked them, look, if you can't spend 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or 45 minutes out of 7 days to find out what's going on with your child in this program, this, but like I said, this is not the program for you. And I also got I use this app called GroupMe, where I put all the parents' phone numbers in it. And so I may take a picture of this and put it on the GroupMe page, so you'll see what's going on. Or this is a new event, or these people are hiring for the city of Detroit. So a couple parents came and said, you know what, I want to get off the group page because it keeps ticking. Look, I'm trying to send you information. I don't crowd you.
Why?
Because they actually don't really want to be parents. And like I tell people, I tell them straight up, this is not the program for you. You need to find you another program. And I don't care what you say. We serious about what we do here. I know what you think about everything else, but we serious about this program. Just like I'm serious about the program, or different programs I do. But when it comes to that program, I'm serious about it. Even when the adults come in, where's your equipment? You're not going to keep using our jump rope. The jump rope sitting over there, where's yours? So a lot of times I say, give me 150 push-ups. Then they'll be like, I say, well, tell you what, when you get to 50, I'm going to ask you a question, an academic question. And like during January, I say, where was Martin Luther King assassinated? You got 30 seconds. And I'll take off 100 push-ups. And they'll look at it, they'll be thinking, what kind of education are you getting in school? You know, you're supposed to know that. He was assassinated at the Lorraine Motel, April 4th, 1968, you know, in Memphis, Tennessee. And I tell my students, how do I know that? Because I read, I study. And I let them know when they first join the program, my favorite boxer is Jack Johnson. Then once they do, they push, they say if they come without equipment, so I said, I tell you what, I take off 50 if you could tell me my favorite boxer. And I found out a lot of people don't listen to you. They don't listen to pay attention. They be looking at me like, But I told you, boxing is about paying attention and thinking. Pay attention to what I just said. So you can knock off 50 push-ups or 100 push-ups if you just tell me my favorite boxer is Jack Johnson.
So a lot of them can do 150 push-ups.
Yeah, they can do. Well, they're gonna have to. Cause see, I tell them another thing. You got 50 push-ups and 50 sit-ups to do before you go to bed and when you wake up in the morning. See, it's a trilogy in there. That's me. How you doing?
Hey, y'all be up here partying, huh?
Partying.
How you doing? I
All
was
right.
coming to
Pretty
say
good,
hello
how
to
you
her.
doing?
All right.
But I saw you on Facebook. I said, is that the gym?
Yeah, this is our program right here. That's what we doing. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
Wonderful. I tell them, you know, it's me, the student, and it's the parents. It's a trilogy. So if I tell you I give them a journal, a notebook like this. I went to Myers. Myers had them on sale for 35 cents. So I bought boxes of them. So I hand them a journal, and I said, I need you to write the time you did the push-ups and sit-ups, how many you did, but the morning and the evening, and your parent have to initial it. That seemed like rocket science. Where's my journal? Well, I don't have it right now.
You do it.
You know, the parent didn't sign it. The parent didn't take the time to sign it. Why is that so hard? Your son going home, he's doing push-ups. You watch him do his push-ups and sit-ups. He write it down, and you just initial it. I gave you a notebook, and I be on their head about that. Where is my journal? Now I tell the parents, what's the problem with my journal? Well, ain't no excuse. I need my journal. And say excuse limit 0 on here. Because we all working together. You know, so, I mean, and I be on that. Let's get the value, even though you're paying a certain amount, let's get the total value out of what you're involved in. You know, I mean, some of these students, I watch them, they go to these different gyms, they be cursing at them, all kind of stuff. I don't do that. I don't believe, I believe you're supposed to talk.
Directors allow that?
Yeah, the parents allow it.
I said, directors allow that?
No, this is not the direct, these are private gyms.
Oh.
I don't know what they do at them other gyms. I know what we do here. What we do here, I don't believe that you have to curse at a child. I believe you're supposed to talk a child up. Like when I was raising my daughter, I always talked up to her. You're highly intelligent. You're the greatest.
No, unless they cursing at their own child, they ain't got no business cursing.
They ain't got no business training, period. They ain't got no business being a
No,
coach.
but I'm just saying,
Right.
you can't control what they do with their kids. But when these other kids go somewhere, they got no business cursing.
No. But even in my program, the paper says, the top line, after it says boxing, it says absolutely no profanity or disrespect to students or parents will be allowed in this program. That's the top line.
That's what it should be.
That means you're not gonna be in here browbeating your child in front of me. You're not gonna be talking to them any kind of
Oh,
way,
that's so ignorant.
and they're not gonna talk to you any kind of way. Or y'all can leave out the gym and go somewhere else. Because I don't tolerate that. I don't believe,
That's not necessary.
right, your child should talk to you disrespectfully, or you snatching on your child, talk to them disrespectfully. We're not doing that. We're not doing that here. We're not doing that. So, but that's just like I said, when it comes to customer service and all that, that's where I save my money. I'm not gonna spend money with you if you don't know how to talk to me, if you don't know how to treat me right. So, you know, now this gas station right here, they treat me really well. I mean, I go there and buy bananas for my students at 50 cents a banana. So I buy from them so the students always have fruit. Because I'm promoting fruit, healthy eating with fruit. Now I'm gonna start implementing the walnuts and things like that in there, for just promote healthy eating. So they a lot, because you wouldn't believe how many students come in there haven't eaten. A lot of them don't eat breakfast. Like, you ate breakfast? No, I eat breakfast this morning. Now they feeling dizzy, stuff like that. So, but I just do that for just healthy eating anyway.
And then I guess some parents, I guess if the kids don't wanna eat breakfast before school, they don't want to, but eat something.
You gotta eat
You know,
something.
if you don't eat nothing but a bowl of cereal.
You gotta eat something. But see, another thing they do is like my grandmother and mother wouldn't allow. You're not gonna eat all night. You're gonna eat at 6 or 7 o'clock, and that's it. And you going to bed. You're not gonna be up all night going in and out the refrigerator. You know,
And on the computer and
and on the
phone.
computer and all that. I didn't buy that game for my daughter, so she wasn't gonna be playing that game. I bought books. I bought science project stuff.
And you know what, some of these kids, they spend too much time on these games and cell phones and stuff.
Exactly.
They don't know how to communicate.
They don't know how to communicate and how to talk to each other. So I mean,
I mean,
and
it's terrible, and they're not using English on there, so what are they learning?
and what's
That's too much
important,
time
It's too much time wasted. And like I tell, we discuss in the program that time is your most valuable asset because you can run out of time. You may not run out of money, but you can run out of time. Because not Bill Gates, but Steve Jobs, his company, Apple Computer, was the first company to reach $1 trillion in sales. But he was not there to be because he had pancreatic cancer. So he passed years before. But he ran out of time. Time is important. Just like when I was raising my daughter, I was trying to spend as much time with her as possible because my wife passed away. So I was like, I want to spend as much time because on this planet, no one's going to love you more than me. I don't care who it is. They're not going to love you more than me. So I wanted to make sure I spend much time as possible with her and educating her and showing her different things. And we used to walk. I used to be walking, talking to her about different things, and just to make sure. And I just wanted to make sure she became an adult and be able to handle herself. All this other stuff. Yeah, but all this other stuff is just icing on the cake that's going on right now with all this college degrees and all that. That's just icing on the cake. I just wanted her to be grown and be able to handle her, take care of herself. Because and then be careful amongst all these people out here are predators. I mean, people be predators not on your body, they're predators on your money, they're predators on what you got. You know, it's like when she bought that Jeep, I was like, Brianna, be careful when you buy that Jeep, you know. Don't go getting gas late at night or whatever. Make sure you get your gas during the day. If you got a problem with it, make sure you call me and I'll help you pump your gas. Pay attention to your surroundings. Like a lot of times she likes to drive fast. I have to tell her. I'm sitting in the car with her, she's driving fast. So I'm like, come on, Bree. Oh, Dad, it's not that. No. You speed. There's no reason to be speeding. Yeah. No, she just speed, tailgating and all that. So she had an accident where she flipped her Jeep. She flipped her Jeep and everything. She didn't call me. She called everybody else. She didn't call me because she know. But when I found out about it, I say, see, that's what you get. You speed. And then your reaction time, somebody stopped in front of you, your reaction time wasn't good, so you end up flipping the Jeep.
She didn't get hurt.
No, blissfully, she didn't get hurt. But she could have killed herself. Now my daughter gone.
I bet she drives like an old lady.
No, she doesn't drive as crazy, but she drives better.
Still too fast though.
She drives better. It's like when I'm on the freeway. When I'm driving, I put my vehicle in the middle of the road and I go 50, whatever speed limit is, 55, maybe 60, because I know when you on 96 way out there, it's 65, 70. Man, it could be flying when the roads is wet and all that. And I'm not trying to hurt myself. I'm not trying to damage my vehicle. Because see, my vehicle is a moneymaker. I'm not taking my car going to work and whatever you making per hour or your salary, that's what you're making. My vehicle is a moneymaker. To me, it's more valuable than what you driving. Don't tear up my vehicle. Let me get to where I'm going and all that.
What? I've never seen so many crazy drivers.
Yes, they driving fast.
And I mean, they were in and out, speed. You can hear them coming. When I hear them coming, I move over. I don't look at them because if you look at them, they're going to shoot you.
Yeah.
And half of them, car probably stolen.
Yep.
No license, no insurance.
Right.
That's why we have so many hit and runs. They ain't gonna stop because their stuff ain't, their credentials ain't
Right.
together.
And you know,
It's so common now, though. It's dangerous.
it's a beautiful thing. Like I was trying to talk to my cousin about. My mom had a saying, God bless the child that's got his own and blank the rest. And it's so important, like right now, I have my own house. The bills are in my name. My vehicle is in my name. My car insurance, truck insurance is in my name. And it's just a good feeling. Now this is on a financial level as well because I can control it. I pay my bills. It's like when my tags were bad back when I was immature, financially immature, police was always behind me. Now that I have my tags, I can't find police. They go, no. They don't mess with me because you pull behind me, Everything is clean. I have in my wallet, I got license, registration, proof of insurance. A lot of times as a black man, I put my wallet on the dashboard. So when you pull me over, I'm not reaching so you can shoot me.
Oh, okay.
I reach with my wallet and I hand it to you. And while pull my license, registration, proof of insurance out. I'm in my 50s, I still hold on to my steering wheel with both hands so you won't try to, because you will try to kill me. You know, then now I'm gone.
You shouldn't have to live like that.
I shouldn't have to live like that, but due to the due to the climate and this country the way it is, that's how we have to live. But you got to be smart. You can't be like, well, like my rights and my rights. No. Here,
You better not get
yeah,
smart.
here you go. My license, registration, proof of insurance. My DTE bill, it stays zero balance, and I've noticed when I keep my bill zero balance, I have more money. Well, like they say, I have more money, or they could what they say, the month ran out before my money. The month ran out before the month ran out, and now I got more money other than the month. Dang, it's like the month ran out before my money, or my money ran out before the month ran out. And it's like I keep them zero balance, and I also make sure I unplug everything to save that money. Like I say, like in the summertime, my mother would unplug the dryer. You couldn't dry your clothes; you had to put them on the line. She wouldn't let you. She caught you with the dryer going. You got to fight. You about to get hurt. But the dryer was unplugged in March, late March. You put your clothes out on the line, and if your gym shoes, if you use bleach with your gym shoes and you had a sun, they'll make your shoes brighter. Your clothes was on the line. That's what she had. You wasn't using the dryer. She's a single parent. You wasn't doing that.
Your clothes smell so much fresher.
Exactly.
But who ain't exposed
Yeah.
anymore, you know?
And you're not going to the refrigerator all night. My grandmother, before they had a lock on the refrigerator, she used to chain the refrigerator up. You not going, and she used to leave apple butter out, cucumbers, vinegar, and that was your snack.
Mm-hmm.
You know, other than that, you're not touching that refrigerator. She had mirrors all over the house. She could tell if you go in the refrigerator. You're not touching the refrigerator. No, she wasn't putting up with that.
Yeah, and
You-
then sometimes, because I know a girl, I think she raised like 5 boys,
Right.
because her husband passed away. And she was tough. She would sleep with a golf club next to her bed,
Right.
and she would go on them. And they like to hang out in the basement, so they get home from school, she's still at work,
Right.
She said they were going down there in the freezer, taking food out, wrapping it in foil, and cooking it on the pipes so they freeze. She found out, she said she put a lock on everything.
Yep.
But they just now this food, she trying to make stretch to feed them.
They don't feed the friends.
Yeah, they only having a good time with their friends.
No.
Cooking food on the pipe.
And that's like prison. That's what prisoners do. They cook on the pipes.
Well,
they make grilled cheese on the pipes and all that kind of stuff.
They
No.
sure
But like I say,
all the rest boys.
but like I say, my mom, she used to cook. She used to work a 12-hour shift or whatever, and she cooked a full course meal when she got home, because what she would do, when you come in, I need you to. She used to have a crock pot going. The crock pot was the king.
Oh, yeah.
You got the crock
I
pot
used to
going.
burn out crock pots.
Yeah.
I used to put my food in there at night. The morning before I
Right.
go to work, my food is done.
So we would eat off the crock pot, and with me, I was the oldest, so I used to be able to give me some mixed vegetables and some mushroom soup and some potatoes. I cut the potatoes
Do
up.
you still use the crock pot?
Yeah, I got 2 crock pots. I got a blender. I got an air fryer. I like the air fryer now too. I got the air fryer, but I definitely I got about 3 crock pots. I got a small one. I got a big one,
Yeah.
and I use that for like my beans and rice.
I used to use it for everything, because
yeah.
I had to go to work, and then my sons, they were involved in everything, so I did work and go to their events, so by the time we come home, all the time they go in the kitchen, we start coming.
And it makes your house smell good. Right. But that's just ways of saving money, just having standards. Like, look, you're not gonna just keep spending.
For time, if you're not there to cook.
Right. But I also learned a lot of how to cook. Boy, my mother used to go to the Eastern market, about 60-pound bag for like $3.99, $2.99 of potatoes. Well, I cut them, and then when I found out you can leave the skin on them, I clean the potato and cut that skin and cut them. Boom. But my
So
brothers
a
be eating
lot of
good.
people, they would go to those farms out near Belleville and pick that corn and all that
Right.
vegetables and stuff. And you eat good all winter.
All winter long, all winter
As
long.
soon as we get home, my kids think we go to the vegetable,
Yeah.
you gonna sit back here and help, cause you gonna eat this food.
And you know,
They didn't like it, they
No.
didn't like it, and I tell them, I said, if you don't get an education, you could be out here working when it's farm.
exactly. I mean, but then if you get an education, you can have your own farm.
That's some good eating now.
Yes, it is. The eggs and all that, that's good eating. I used to be out there in Belleville. You know, and it's,
It was work, you know, sometimes you go, you get too much and you get home, gotta do all this, gotta put it up.
yeah. I know a good way to save money is if you got a house with a fireplace. And especially if you have the fireplace fluked where it comes in different rooms. Because a friend of mine, we used to cut down trees. Well, he still cut down trees. And we had a problem getting rid of the trees. But if you had a fireplace, you could, because the firewood, say if you did like 5 pieces of firewood, that's like about maybe $8 to $10. Let's think if you had a whole room full, or a home, you keep them off the ground, you got all the, cause we used to cut firewood and all, I used to sell firewood. But you can keep your home warm with firewood if you got the fireplace is situated. So you blessed if you got a fireplace, cause we used to cut down a lot of trees. Now it's a business right here on Prairie and Linden that helped us out a lot. We used to go in there and whatever truckload you got, you could drop them off for $40. And what they do on Linden, they got a big 6-acre area, multi-million-dollar business. They take the wood and they chop it up into mulch. They chop it up into firewood. If you got bags of leaves, they take your bags of leaves, mold them down into mulch, like for plants and all that.
People use that mulch.
I'm talking about multi-billion-dollar business, because they also got a machine where they chop up the wood for mulch, and they got a machine that colors it red, colors it black,
Yeah, that brought
and then they also have one that puts preen in it. You know how they got the bags where you got the mulch, they got preen. You ever heard of preen? Preen, if you remove the weeds in your garden, you put preen down, it prevents them from coming back. It doesn't kill weeds, it prevents them from coming back. So they have a mulch with preen in it, so you won't have to put that plastic down. So they'll do that, and this business is just booming, and it helps us because we used to have to get rid of the wood. If we don't have a fireplace, we have to get rid of the wood. Now, if you go to the city, they got like 6-foot bins, and you can't take a stump and put it in the bin. But with this place, you can just kick it off your trailer or whatever. Then take it, chop it all up, boom, and turn it into mulch. Only thing they don't take nowadays is a stump that you dug up. See what you do with a stump, you have a stump grinder come out and grind the stump up. Then you take that mulch and then take it to them. So it's a way you make a lot of money cutting down trees. I mean, like thousands. And what I used to do, I was the ground guy. The guy would cut the tree, he'd be all up in the lift cutting the tree. My job was to bring the tree down without it, first of all, not hitting him and not damaging anything on the ground or breaking a wire coming down. And I'm arguing the best at it, because he used to always be like, I'm so glad I got you work with me. But I couldn't consistently work with him because I had other things like that going on. And he was paying me a certain amount. I'm like, well, man, I could be doing something else. But my job, I didn't even use a chainsaw. My job was to just bring the tree down. And sometimes it used to be limbs as long as this room. And so what we used to do, we used to take the limb, wrap it up, and then wrap it around a tree. So, see, it's wrapped around the tree, so that means as slow as I go down, the tree is acting as an anchor to hold the tree in place with the rope. And as I move the rope, the limb come down. It's called what is it called? It's called when you wrap, it's called a wrap, actually, it's called a wrap. I can either wrap it 3 times or I can wrap it 1 time. And I just slowly bring the tree down. And the limbs be so long, sometimes I'll be trying to, how you doing?
And you see Q?
Sometimes I misjudge it, it be too heavy. And I gotta, hold it or whatever. But my job is to be able to judge it. See, when you cut down a tree, you cut down a tree with your mind. You don't just cut down it with the machine, you cut it with your mind. You have to think, when this tree come off, when that branch come off of there, how's the wind? Is the wind gonna blow it that way? Is the wind gonna blow it that way? Is the extension long enough that it's gonna hit that wire? What about that garage there, And sometimes you may have a garage sitting there, right? And you think, well, we can't damage that garage. But then a person will go in the garage and they pull out a 57 Chevy. You know what I'm saying? A 57 Chevy in mint condition. So now the garage go from 8,000 to 50,000. Because you could damage the garage and the car in there. So, I mean, my job is to make sure that never happens. But that's a lucrative business, cutting down trees. And like I said, we're glad that he set that business up because he recognized the need. Where we take the trees over there and they just do whatever, Like I said, you can have a big old stump and kick off the stump and roll off your trailer, and then they chop it all up and things like that. So that's a really lucrative business. But I'm just saying, if you had a fireplace, you just stack it in your backyard. Now, people pay a lot of money for like a whole load of branches and stumps. And if you cut it up, they'll pay for that too. And you can stay warm all winter long. Especially if you have it piping through your house, the heat piping through your house. Just like solar panels. Having solar panels to take the power from the sun. Right, they're very popular. And it saves money. Because gas, like right now, I went from 100. I mean, I've had in the summertime, I've had my electricity, my DTE bill as low as $65. I leave the house and cut everything off. But with gas, keeping the heat on when I leave to make sure the pipes don't bust and all that, my bill is like $225 now.
You turn the heat down when you leave?
I cut it down when I leave. I keep my heat at 68, 68, something like that. So when I come in, I'm warm, and the place is warm, the pipes are warm, and things like that. So, but gas, and then if you got a dryer, you using a dryer in the winter. The gas is the most expensive thing. Cause one time I had.
Now they got a thing where you use power between certain hours.
Right.
They charge you more.
They charge you
Those
more.
are the hours when most people are using
Right.
their power.
Mm-hmm.
So
But that's why they want to charge you more.
they are rip off, and a lot of these people, every time it rains or something happens, a storm, they lose their power.
Yeah.
They ain't compensating people. for it.
Exactly. They're also not compensating you for your food, or they have a cap on it.
Yeah.
But see, they losing their power simply because the wires are old, the ice is on
Plus
them,
the wires are
and then you got them
underground.
trees.
See, communities, 90% of communities that have the wires underground, they don't lose their power every time it rains.
Right. So,
Here, but they claim it's too expensive, so people are getting poor service, but yet they asking for a raise. That's the
Right.
next time they ask for a raise.
but if it's too expensive, you need to work the price out to help out your customer. You know, it's always too expensive for us.
Yeah.
It's always too expensive for us.
DTE is a good law.
Yeah,
Well, what
they.
can you do? In Detroit, you don't have no choice.
Yeah. But I mean, you can cut your costs.
But I mean, you can't go to another company.
No, you don't
See,
have.
in some
you don't have an
areas,
option.
people have choices, and when you have choices, they treat you better.
Right. I mean, I had a house where I didn't have any. I unhooked the furnace, and I unhooked the stove, and I just ran electricity. And when I went over there to do some work, whatever, I had one room with a heater in it, electric heater.
You weren't living there.
And I wasn't living there, but
Oh,
I could
okay.
if I wanted to. I mean, I just in one room, you know. And I may have like, but like I say, I wasn't. The water was off because we were just working on the house.
Okay. See, that
So,
makes a difference.
right, so they came into the house, they said, we need to check your gas. You may have a gas leak in here. And I was like, so when I told them that I had the furnace off and I had the stove off and the water heater, the water heater off, they was like, oh, we don't need to do that. I said, yeah, now you found out that I'm not using gas. So when my electric bill was a certain price, because what I used to do was keep the lights on, keep a radio playing so nobody won't break in and steal the furnace or whatever, and that was basically it.
Yeah.
So the property was there, but it wasn't costing me any money because no gas was being run. But that gas is very, very expensive, and you have to be careful on you know, how you use it and things like that. You know, even like the stove, I got some people got electric stoves. I mean, I got a gas stove, so, but I'm able to take care of it, and I'm proud because it's my house, and I got a nice big house, and I'm like, and I'm so comfortable. I was just thinking about that last night. I'm so comfortable. I got an office upstairs where I got my art, and I got my office and everything, and I'm just working upstairs. Then I go downstairs to my bedroom. That's my bedroom. Then I go downstairs, I wash my clothes, I go to my kitchen. But this is all mine. No one is in here bothering me. It's just heaven. And I'm paying for it. Everything is good. I go outside, I got my truck outside, I got the light on. It's just, having your own is just so beautiful. It's just, and maintaining your own. It's like, I call to make sure, you know, I run a budget, basically what I gotta pay for that month. All my life insurance, like this one I got caught, because I got a life insurance policy that I forgot about it come in the middle of the month. I usually do New York, I got New York Life coming out on the 8th. I got another New York Life policy coming out on the 23rd. But I got another one, Heritage, that come out on the 15th. I forgot about that one.
You write all this down on the calendar?
Yes, I did, but I being so busy with January, my daughter, stuff and all that, I didn't write it down.
Yeah.
So-
It really helps to keep
so it came in-
Write it down, 'cause them things
Yeah.
come so fast.
It hit my account and it went into the negative. So I had to go put some
That's
money.
giving money away.
That's giving money away, but that's because I didn't do my homework. That's the most
Yeah,
important thing.
that's
Like you said, having a calendar and writing them days down like my mom would do.
No problem with writing nothing down.
Yeah.
That's why they make paper. and stuff.
Exactly.
So you write
But
something down.
that calendar,
Why
see,
am I gonna try to remember all
Right.
that stuff?
exactly.
I'm not gonna
Well, it's one thing to have a notebook, and guess what a notebook? A notebook is downstairs while I left it at the job. But like you say, having that calendar and writing on the calendar. Now I'm gonna do it like my mom do, have it on the wall
Okay.
and write it right on there when it's due, so I can look at it. Because I messed up with that one.
Anything important, you need to write it.
Exactly.
They write it down.
I messed up with that one. My daughter kicked in and said, "Daddy, what you need?" So she kicked in. Here you go. So to catch me up to make sure. But now, like I say, I write down. Like I got this Legal Shield. It comes out of my account. I got all my life insurance come out of my account, and
Utility bills.
I got you. No, they don't come strictly out of my account though.
Oh.
I'm talking about when they got a certain date, they come out your
Yeah,
account.
I know it's a lot of these places, they want you to sign up to paperless. I don't do that, I don't like that.
No, I don't do the paperless. No.
We need to sign y'all off or nothing like
No,
that.
no,
'Cause then I
no.
gotta follow behind you to make sure you ain't.
Exactly. Then, like when I pay my DT, I make sure I get the person's name and that confirmation number.
Yeah, I believe in getting the name.
Oh,
too, when I
yeah.
call places.
And actually the time I talk to you, I learned that from my mom. I mean, make sure who I'm talking to,
Yeah.
what time is it, and the confirmation number, because everybody want to play
That's
dumb.
important, that's important.
Yeah, everybody want to play dumb when it comes to that. But these are coming out of my account that I have to keep track of to make sure when they come out, because that life insurance is the most important thing that I pay.
Mhm.
Excuse me, I invest in to make sure that
Can you pay it once a year?
I could, but I haven't did that, but I just do it every month to make sure they get their money. It comes out, and when they get their money,
Any bills that I can and I can afford to, I'd rather pay them once a year.
yeah, right. And then, okay, my car insurance, that's once a month, and you could pay it up 6 months or whatever. But I just pay it
And
every
they
month to
give
keep
you a
track
few
of it.
bucks extra, but it's.
Cause see, I don't want to forget about it. I don't want to be like,
It's less to keep up.
Yeah.
with, so.
yeah. And I got this car insurance through Cure. They're real reasonable.
QRE?
Yep, they real reasonable.
Mm.
I keep my no tickets or whatever. I had taken it 30 years till I drove this trailer. I got a big trailer. Well, I had it with a business partner. We had a big 30-yard trailer, and it was just so heavy that my truck was like this. So I'm like, man, I don't want to take this trailer in, man. It's too heavy. Man, go on, take the trailer in. Go on, take the trailer in. So I wouldn't take the trailer in. So a block from the dump site, the police pulled me over. Police pulled me over. They was like, they're just too big. You know, you should have a CDL carry something like this. And all I got is a chauffeur. And they was like, well, what I'm gonna do is, cause I know how to talk to them. You know, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you a no, not having a tarp on here. So I got a ticket for not having a tarp on it, but I was able to dump it. But being a commercial ticket, the commercial ticket was $200. It's not just regular passenger. This is a commercial vehicle. So and I also got 2 points on my license. And I told my man, I said, man, actually we not business partners no more because he's sloppy like that. I mean, I told you I didn't want to take it in. And then when I got the ticket, man, you gonna help me pay it? Well, man, that's on you. Oh, that's on me. Oh, okay. Well, so we dissolve our business, partnership or whatever, and it's like, cause you're gonna have me in trouble out here. So, yeah. So I make sure I pay that every month. And Cure is pretty good. I think at my age, I pay maybe $120 a month.
Do you have all your insurance, all home and all of this too?
Well, I got home insurance. I got home insurance. No. I got home insurance through State Farm.
Oh.
Then I got
Sometimes
Cure.
when you pay them both together, sometimes they give you a little discount.
Exactly. I'm gonna look into that as well to anything to save some money.
Plus it's easier.
Right.
It's easier to record keeping.
Exactly. So, but like I said, that life insurance is so important, and everything that's coming out. So that's how I do that every month. But like I said, I gotta write down my budget. Like I messed up this month, but from now on, make sure I put on that calendar. But I recovered, so I'm able to recover, and I also got a business. So I got a hauling business where I got a trailer and trucks. So I just don't depend on my job. What I do is I go out and I generate money through the business. So when it gets slow, what I do, I go to Kinko's and I may get 1,000 flyers and I go door to door with the flyers.
Oh, okay.
Or then I'll save money, I'll walk up to hardware stores and I'll post them. And then people call me. I also, I call it a war room. I sat in my office, a war room, and I addressed 5 flyers to go to some real estate companies. Right now I work with one real estate company, but I want to get some more real estate companies I work with because working with a real estate company, they got more houses and more commercial people, real estate and stuff like that, condominiums. But I try not to overstretch myself because being black, it's hard to find people to work for you. It's very hard. You have to breed people. You have to raise a son or raise a daughter. My daughter, she's a chemist. So she can't, she's in the laboratory. So, and my bonus sons, they doing their thing. So I just try to do what I can do. And it's working out really good. No, I'm not gonna kill myself. But it's nice to have somebody to take on that take on that responsibility. Like I say, your children are your greatest investment. But I wasn't blessed with any biological sons or whatever.
Well, they don't have to be your biological son.
Well, I tried with the bonus, but they didn't work it out. But I mean, you gotta do a whole nother level of parenting to get them to follow suit. Because a lot of these young people, they don't appreciate something that's already set for them. They're like, oh man,
Well, then if you take them under the wing, you're teaching them marketable skills, things like that, something.
Exactly. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. I mean, because then you're not struggling. So,
Yeah.
so I don't have my watch on.
Yeah, it's about 3 o'clock.
About 3 o'clock. Okay. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start pushing more advertisements. So.